Content warning. Universe Zero is a fun exploration of self-discovery, childish games, and crass comments between a few friends and a pool of dice. Full content warning will be in description below. Welcome to Universe Zero, an actual play podcast where I, James, will lead these two adventurers into a manic and bizarro world, pulling inspiration from all my favorite childhood anime, manga, and comics, blending it into this fast-paced, high-energy world where anyone can push past their limits and become the hero of their own story. Welcome to episode 1 of Universe Zero. So I think whoever's ready first, you can just say like who your character is, what they are, and then because they don't really have a class yet or any other additional features, and then like I don't know their favorite food and why it's their favorite food.
My name's Dart, and I'm a Froggle played by Josh. I'm a journeyman mechanic, and my whole studio apartment is moist, because that's comfortable for me.
Nice. And Dart, what is in your moist apartment, Dart? What is your favorite food you keep as a snack?
I love seafood. Really, when it's living is when it's the best. A live sardine is perfect to me.
If it's not wiggling, it doesn't go down, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I guess. Jacob, who's your character?
Hey guys, I'm Marvin. I'm not a Martian. I'm an Olean. I have the big eyes. The Martian's got the little eyes. I'm just hanging out, you know. It's a gap year right now, and I'm just trying to figure out where I want to live, you know. This place seems pretty all right. I'm a store clerk at Slugmart. That Slugmart. That's right. I don't keep my condo moist, but you know what I do keep moist? My favorite food, dead tuna. Because the live tuna's weird, man. It wiggles around. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
And do you like it in tins or on sushi?
No, man, no. It's gotta be cut up into little cubes. You know what makes it real good?
What?
You take one of those little circle batteries, right? Tuck it in there. Pop that in there. Makes it spicy.
Well, I'll have to try it. I will not try that, kids.
A disclaimer. Do not eat circle batteries.
Do not eat batteries regardless of how tasty they are. Let's start the game. It's going to be real light. But Jacob, we're going to start with you and your Nolian inside your little condo that's barely bigger than a studio apartment. We join you in the town of Kabuto Town, which is like it's a city full of high-rise apartments, business complexes, and business parks. Think kind of like Kyoto or Tokyo squished together for all of our real-world listeners. And this is where actually, Jacob, your character Marvin lives on the 17th floor of the 7-star apartments. It is a very rectangular-shaped building with an inner courtyard on the ground floor, so you have a nice view when you look down. But you, being now that the time is, somewhere around noon-ish, you're actually waking up to start your day because you work the night shift at a convenience store, the Slugmart Kobini, local convenience store just a few blocks down the road. And as you wake up, you hear the beeping of your cell phone going off, since that's your only alarm that you have in your little condo apartment. Why don't you go ahead and I have some basic info of your apartment, but describe how the nature of your apartment.
Yeah, well, I work the night shift and I sleep most of the day, so it's kind of a bit of a mess. It's just, what else am I gonna do? I don't wear pants. All I wear is shirts and wigs, so I'll just throw them on the ground when I'm done. I mean, I don't got a nose, so I don't nose how they smell.
Yes.
That's about it.
Yeah, in your apartment as you wake up, you can see littered across the floor your various wigs and ponytails and hair extensions that you've just discarded, along with, a gifted pair of shorts that have yet to use, along with various shirts and blouses that go along with your wigs. Your condo is pretty small. You can see your kitchenette from your bed, and across from your bed you have your tube Novatech TV sitting there just on its idle kind of white noise. It's real nice. Just yep, going on. That sits on top of a dresser that you don't have your clothes in the dresser, so I don't really know what you keep inside there. We can always come back to that since all your clothes are on the
keep
floor.
My batteries.
Your batteries. That's where you keep your tuna, I believe, and batteries. Not in your fridge. And then you have a small bathroom that is behind that, but you can definitely smell as you wake up cabbage being cooked from one of your next door neighbors, the faint smell of cat urine seeping through the walls, but you really only get it every once in a while when your oscillating fan that's, giving you any kind of air movement in your little condo hits the air just right and catches your neighbor's apartments.
I really wish I had a nose so I could smell all that cat piss. Miss Margaret next door. Sweet old lady. Those cats just piss everywhere, man.
Yeah, not having a nose is probably how you got this apartment, considering the tenants on both sides have very strong smells, and you're the first tenant to be like, no, this is fine.
It's great, man.
Rent's cheap because, no one else wanted to live there. As you prep for the day, what are things that you do as you get ready to work your convenience store job?
Yeah, so, do you want me to keep doing this voice the entire time, like an inner monologue in an anime, or can I stop?
You can stop when you're describing, but when you're talking, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I think that when he gets up, he does a stretch. He contemplates on what it would be like to smell, knowing his neighbors are the stinkiest people around. And then he gets out of bed and he starts getting ready for the day by grabbing a handful of batteries, throwing those down. The little watch batteries is what we're talking about. Something about the acid in there, it just sits well and like fizzy in the stomach, So he throws a handful of those down out of the drawer, goes into the bathroom there and brushes his teeth afterwards, because it's kind of like a mince, like a hand mint kind of situation, you know what I mean? Throw them in, kind of refreshes everything, and then you brush your teeth afterwards. He does that whole deal and then goes through the process of putting his wig on for the day. Gets out the glue, like the wig glue, puts it on his big bald head and like really lathers it on there real nice and good, And then he pulls out this real Dolly Parton style, like 80s Dolly Parton style, maybe even 70s, real big, real bright blonde wig. And he's about to put it on his head when he goes, "Ah, man, today's not an extra day." He throws it back on the floor, pulls out a little toupee, puts it on, nice and neat, just a little kind of like what I got going on in real life, but just the top, not the sides.
Yeah.
Puts that on.
Yeah, that'll work for today, man.
And he goes about getting his keys for his. I think I have a scooter. Can't remember. There's something that I've got, or I walk. I can't remember. We talked about this a while ago, and I can't remember.
You can have either. You can have a scooter, or just walk to work.
How's public transport in Kabuto town?
So public transport is pretty decent, actually. You could take public transport if you want. It comes every 30 minutes, like clockwork. If you don't get on the bus though within time, or train, they do leave without you. They do not wait.
Well, I think he's gonna take the public transport then, because you should support public transport. So I think he's gonna take the public transport, and he's gonna meander out of the apartment. He's taking his time to get there. He's not in a rush.
Yeah.
He's leaving not with enough time to get there on time at all. He's gonna be about 15 to 20 minutes late. But he's just kind of meandering. He wants to see the city. He wants to see what this planet has to offer. He's only been here for what, 30 years?
Yeah, he
hasn't seen the whole place yet. No. This is my gap years.
So as you leave your apartment, you do see out the front door. That's where the balcony to the courtyard below you can see, and you actually see one of your neighbors. He's a large human male with a pot belly and a gray fur cat sitting on his shoulder with a leash dangling from the cat's neck. As he's adjusting diodes on a small CRTV television screen, and it has a small keyboard attached. You see that wires from this TV are actually mounted to the side of your apartment building that go up to the roof. So we're gonna do kind of like a skill check, practice this. If you want, you can roll any number of dice from your charisma pool and action pool. So you have various pools of dice. Action
Yes.
dice can be used for anything. And your other pools of dice, I will call for specific uses for those. So this is actually a tech roll based in charisma. And I'm just looking for target number 5. So it's going to be with your D4s that you have, really hard to do. But if you get there, I'll explain how you get it. So just got to start by rolling 4 or higher.
Cool, and I can use as many from that pool, right? So like my charisma pool, I've got a 2 in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I could roll 2 d4s.
Yep.
From that pool. How often does that pool reset, or is that like always there?
So in combat, resets at the start of the next round, but since we're not in combat, like every minute.
Okay, cool. I was just curious because like, why not roll the full thing? Let's go for it.
Yeah, exactly. So outside of combat, it actually takes a little longer than during combat because every round of combat's like 10 seconds.
Let's see here. All right, that's a 4 and a 3.
So since you got a 4, you can re-roll the 4 and add that number to that roll.
Oh, look at that. So does it add? So since I rolled both, does it add the 4, the 3, and then another 4?
No, just
or not another 4, but another.
So since you only got 1 4, which this is the kind of exploding dice mechanic that other systems use, since you maxed out that die, you can re-roll that and add whatever that number is.
Okay, so it's the highest of the 2, and if you get the highest, like I had a 4 and a 3.
Right.
The 4 is what counts.
Yep.
And that 4 explodes.
Yeah.
But if it was a 2 and a 3, the 3 would be what counts.
Well, you wouldn't succeed on that one.
Yeah, you wouldn't succeed, but it wouldn't be 2 plus 3.
Correct. Yes.
Cool. So that would be another 3 to go on top of the 4 for a 7.
So on an exploding, you have 4 and then a 3 on top, beats the target number I'm looking for. You can tell because you are a Nolian. Again, Nolians are what we would consider aliens, like gray aliens, big heads, little bodies. But on this planet, there's so many other unique creatures living here. You just kind of blend in. Maybe you have gray skin because you didn't get outside a lot as a kid. Or you got outside too much as a kid. Who knows? But people, kind of think, he's got big eyes, but he's cool. He's chill. We don't care. Like
I probably should have said that, to kind of help out with this, I put little contacts on my big black eyes.
Oh yeah, so you actually have
little,
like
little, yeah.
Would they? I think that they would just be like white rings with nothing in the center.
Exactly.
Almost, yeah. So you can tell with this that your neighbor actually is working on some kind of radio tower, and his diodes, he's controlling something. Which, as you walk towards the elevator, he just is like, "Hello, Marvin. How's it going? Do you still need that cell phone of yours? If you don't, I'd love to take it from you. I love collecting all the old scrap that you have. I've seen what you have. It's really a gross phone. I have a spare phone if you want. I could give you my spare phone."
Thanks, man. What's your name again?
So my name is Ban Hanan.
All right, Mr. Hanan. I'm good right now. But thanks.
But
I gotta go to work, man.
All right.
You want me to make you that, it's the turkey BLT? Is that what you like?
Yes, I love the turkey BLT. I'll be in later.
All right, Mr. Hanan, I got you. Remember your sandwich, but I'm not gonna remember your name.
That's fine.
And does the cat do anything at all?
The cat is very well trained. Like, cats are hard to train, and it stays on his shoulder and does not move and is just purring. It's more kind of it's just sitting there relaxed. Fluffy little gray cat.
Just kind of I'm a gray alien, so I'm imagining I can't really like squint my eyes really well. Like how I imagine gray aliens is big eyes that don't really squint, but I'm given kind of like my forehead comes down a little bit as I look at it, and I'm just like,
you know a little too much. Well, that's cool, man. Let's get out of here. You guys have a good day.
As you approach the elevator is down yet again. Your apartment complex has not fixed it in over a week, so you have 17 floors to go down today.
What's fall damage?
It's 1d100. Roll 100. No. So yeah, as you take the stairs, one of the reasons why you like the elevator over the stairs is on the 6th floor. There is a pet dinosaur that one of the tenants leaves out, and it loves to hide in the hallways. Yes, I did say pet dinosaur. So many cats have gone missing. Maybe that's why your neighbor trains his so well. But if you'd like to avoid this dinosaur as you get down to the 6th floor, I would need a hide roll, unless you want to do something else.
I'm looking at my stats here real quick just to see, and my smarts is a 1, so I don't think I'd be coming up with anything here. Even I wouldn't even give Marvin here the idea of throwing his phone down there to scare the dinosaur first. He's not even thinking about it. He doesn't remember names, barely remembers faces. He's gonna just keep going.
La 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 la. So many steps.
Yeah, we got Nolian songs in his head, you know. That's it. Just like woo 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 woo. That's it. Just going on in his head right now.
Yeah. So as you get down to the 6th floor, we're not going to roll initiative yet for combat, but this dinosaur will leap out from the shadows of a hallway that leads to it. Wow, I should not roll my own dice for this. It gets an 11 to hit you, which I believe the target number to hit you is a 4, because in this system right now, the base target number to hit somebody with some kind of attack is a 4. Things will vary that. But he rolled an 11 because I got a 6 and that exploded to a 5. So we'll bite you on the ankle. I need you to roll defense dice so you can defend against this. You have a defense dice pool, and again, you can use your action dice to help you defend. And every success you have, you just have to roll a 4 or higher, and you just tell me how many you have.
We're gonna, you know what? For shits and gigs, we're gonna roll all my action dice and my defense dice for a total of 5 dice here, right?
Yeah.
Just one of these, you know, one of those. That's a 2. That's a 1. That's a 1. That's a 2. That's a 3. So the highest looks like a 3. So I got 2 2s and 2 1s.
You take 1 point of non-lethal light damage. So you're slightly injured, but for narrative purposes, I would definitely say once it bites you, it doesn't know what to do with your scrawny little legs, and you kind of taste weird considering the other things that it actually likes to eat. So it's more like a love bite, a very painful love bite, and it will then leave you alone.
Oh man! Ow! Oh! 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 What do I do with this? Why'd you do that, man?
And it's just like looking up at you, confused dinosaur face, like, oh. Like, do you have food? Something on you smells good that you can't smell, but it thinks something on you smells good.
I'm not wearing any pants, so I imagine in my
looking at
my
your toupee.
jacket, my jacket pockets start going through like, yeah, man, I don't got nothing. I got my phone, but I need that for work. You want some batteries?
I forget to wash your cloaca.
Cloaca.
As you kneel down, we'll do like a contested grab check. So you can use your action and you can use your combat dice. It's gonna try and just grab your toupee off you.
So that'll be these 4. Because why not roll all of them? Why not? Oh, I got 1 4. Look at that.
Can you re-roll the 1 4?
I got another 4.
Re-roll it one more time.
This little blue guy. That's a 1 that time.
Okay. So because it exploded and then you exploded again and it went over the target number that I have here. I'm not gonna by enough. You actually get like 2 successes to its 1 success. So you're able to hold on to your toupee and then anime run your little feet away if you like.
Whoa, buddy! Whoa, we can't be taking this. They'll figure out I'm an alien.
And then that's where, as you reach the ground floor, you do see the bustling street down below and the smell of exhaust and with a mixture of trees and grasses from a local park nearby, and then the ever-present scent of just a little bit of like river mist and mildew from the two big rivers that run through the town.
I don't smell any of it.
But you don't smell any of it, so it just you feel you feel the exhaust on your skin and the itchiness of grass and then the moisture of water.
I don't want to correct you when you're doing it because it's way funnier for when you realize that I've made it where this character can't smell.
I'm gonna do it so often.
You taste it in the air.
Yeah, there we go.
Taste it, yeah. Which at that time,
better upstairs.
a bus pulls up right in front, and you're able to get on.
Whoa, let me on. Whoa, sorry, man. Oh, thanks.
And that's where we're gonna cut over to Josh, your character. You're already at work. It's noon. If you're not working as a mechanic by noon, I don't know. You're not an employed mechanic.
Typical blue collar, noon would be lunch break.
Yeah, true. Well, okay, we'll say it's 1. You've had your hour lunch.
Okay.
You're back from your hour lunch. You're working on a new car.
All right, union worker.
Yeah. For like every, mechanic's garage that I've ever been in, someone somewhere in the back is playing some kind of sports game on the radio. The smell of grease is going off. You can smell, right?
I smell it hard.
Okay, yeah, you smell it hard. Plus the faint aerosol smell of someone detailing it, like spray paint or painting a car, and then the sounds of power tools and all kinds of other things clanking in the background. You're relatively small. You're both pretty small as far as characters go, but you're waist deep bent over into the engine of a Demon Tech Turkey model hover car.
Okay.
Which is a brown beauty that is one of the first elegant hover vehicles that run on the new energy cell technology. So this puppy's worth a lot. If you mess it up, it's coming out of your paycheck.
Okay.
Which, since you're mid-working, I need you to roll engineering. I think you have a skill for like...
I do have a mechanic skill. I don't know how that helps me though.
Yeah, so mechanic skill, if there's like a number next to it, it has its like own pool of dice. So I think you have 2.
I didn't write the number. I'm sure a number goes there, but I never wrote one.
I think the all starting ones start with 2. So you should have 2 next to it. You can roll that plus your charisma pool dice, and then any action dice you'd like to roll. So you should have a pretty decent pool for this since it's a skill you have.
I'm doing 2 mechanic, 2 charisma, and 1 action.
Yeah, you just have to get
3, 4. I got 3, 4, 4, 3, 3. I think 2 successes.
Yeah. So yeah, target number is 4. You can re-roll the 4s if you'd like to see what you get for exploding dice.
Oh, they're still exploding.
Just tell me what the final sum is.
I got a 6 and a 9 on the exploding.
Nice.
Well, you definitely got enough successes, because not only in this system is it hitting the target number, but some checks require multiple successes. In this case, it was only 1, but you are an expert Froggle mechanic, Dart. And as you twist your wrench on whatever car part that is, because I'm not a mechanic, especially of fictional hover cars, the Spriget Flocken, whatever, the car starts purring, running. It's an electric vehicle, so there's nothing in there that is going to kill you since you successfully did it. It's a good thing you did. You might have gotten shocked or grease spat out at you or something. But as the car turns on and is working right, you had to realign the hover mechanics of the car and sync up the energy cell power sockets. They were off by 1 centimeter. Who knew?
Oh, if I could just get this lunar wane shaft in line.
But as you close the hood of this car, I have a couple things in there, but what do you imagine your shop looking like?
Is it my shop?
You work there. You have some you've worked there for a while, so you have some ownership.
No, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty big open space. I got my own little area. I got a corner. I got the hydraulic lift to get, instead of me getting under the car goes up. big toolbox. Not, in Dart's perspective, it's organized, but no one else would think so. Wearing like the full body dark blue jumpsuit with a zipper just goes the whole way. Yeah, I think it sums up for what I'm trying to think of.
Yeah, definitely.
Vaulted ceiling.
Oh yeah.
Tents, yeah.
You could stack 2 or 3 cars on top of each other if you really wanted to like get the height in there.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I had these hem rods from the fusion core aligned perfectly. If I keep this up, I'll have my own shop in no time.
Yeah, definitely. As you successfully praise your good work and you look around, you can
Out loud.
out loud
For sure.
Yeah, this is an anime setting. No one has an internal monologue. Pretty much.
You think this is Bleach?
Yeah, what is this, Bleach? No one thinks internally. But you can see that your friend Johnny Norman, who is a llama man, is currently working on a custom paint job for a helper robot. He's a happy,
hell yeah.
go lucky
It's nice, man.
llama guy. Gray fur, some kind of blondie highlights within there. He spits a lot when he talks, but it's perfectly fine.
Of course he does.
And like helper robots come in a wide range. They basically have like a TV head, a pretty boxy body, and these kind of like telescoping arms and legs. Perfect for any use at home or at work. So he's in the bay next to you. Your shop's own helper robot, and you can name this robot if you'd like, is currently, its job is pretty much just to vacuum out and clean vehicles as soon as they're done. So now that you're done and you've lowered the car, or the car is ready, the shop bot is going to come over and just like beep at you a little bit.
Yeah.
And, yeah, whatever you want to name it.
Oh yeah, the automatic car vacuum, the Vroomba.
Okay.
VROO.
Roomba will come over and be like,
Is cart done?
That's right, Vroomba. I finished the Demon Tech Turkey Model Hover Car. Feel free to do your thing. I know I did.
Initiating vacuum sequence.
and it just like one hand is a vacuum, the other hand is the chisel like attachment on it to get deep in the seats. And as you see it just kind of like hover around the car and open the doors to get in, then it gets the wax setting out on one hand and then the buffer setting out on the other, and it's like, and it's like, car will be ready.
I'm
in
standing
10
at a
minutes.
respectful distance, one hand on the hip and one hand rubbing my chin, admiring the automaton's work.
As you admire the work, one of in another bay across from you, so not where Johnny's working, you have Kai, who is a small fish folk who is currently working on replacing the brakes and doing a tire rotation on an old school Wagano wheel. Go ahead and roll kind of like a mechanics check, so you can reuse your, it's been over a minute, I'll say. You can reuse your mechanics skill and then your charisma and action dice if you want to assess how he's doing and if he's doing anything wrong.
Okay, so I got a 3, 2, 2, 1.
You can tell that he's doing an okay but not great job. He might be a little newer at this than you are.
Hey Kai! I just finished the Demon Tech Turkey Model Hover Car. If you need help with those brakes, I will assist you.
Wow, Dart. That's great. I love the Demon Tech Turkey Model Hover Car. Can you actually help me with the getting the tires off? Because I'm so small, and he's only like 3 feet tall, and these tires are like locked in there. So if you want to help him, he needs assistance with like a strength-based check.
The moment he finishes his breath accepting help, I dash over there in less than 1 frame of animation. I'm here, Kai!
And this will be like an assisted strength check, so you can use your action, whatever is left of your action dice, if you have any left over. Hasn't been quite a minute.
More.
And then your combat dice, since combat is a strength-based thing. And then he's going to roll his as well. And then you get to pull them together.
Oh, I got 3 of them are gonna explode, if that does anything for you.
You could get over there faster than he's able to get it, and you're just like, and somehow you got like all 4 tires off while he finished the one, or all 4 plus the one, the spare tire. He got the spare tire out for some reason.
I'm gonna have a full car shop to myself one day.
Wow, Dart. I I would love to be your employee.
Well, if you keep this up, one day I'll consider it.
Will you be my sensei?
Whoa, I'm not a master just yet. I have a lot to learn still.
Wow. He begins removing the brakes and replacing those. The Broomba is done detailing the car, so you can take it out. It takes a minute, so your skill dice are reset. You can drive the vehicle out into the parking lot and then drop the keys off. Since this is kind of a level 0, I also want to do a drive check. Usually I would just say you can drive it, but drive is similar to any other skill. If you have drive as a skill, you might have dice pool for that, so you can roll those plus any action dice. And then I would say, just as a disclaimer for all skills, because the skills can be like, drive can be also knowledge or physical. In this case, it's just going to be a knowledge-based one. So you can use your charisma pool plus action plus drive, because this is a newer car that you haven't actually driven a lot.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna dump all my dice because it's a Demon Tech Turkey model hover car.
Yeah, you don't want to get
My greatest
You gotta.
Yeah.
Fucking do it. Full send.
So I got 3 of them that are exploding. If that does anything for you.
How this roll was actually, the target number is just 3, so it's pretty low. But if they explode and then you roll again, you can tell me how well you drive this hover car. You turn on the engine, it purrs like a lion.
Yeah.
It purrs like a happy turkey. And it hovers off the ground as much as a turkey can hover off the ground, so you can get up there pretty high. But you see that there's an elevation.
I got
speed.
3, 3, 5, 6, 7.
Describe how you take this car out of the pit of your garage.
This is completely contrasting my quick movement to help Kai. It's going to be the slowest, like, just driving past. Other people trying to use the parking lot are waiting for me, and I look excited. My face is happy. I'm super attentive, but going less than walking speed. And, I get up to a parking spot. I look in every direction. I back it into the parking spot. And I didn't have to retry anything, but I still took forever. And then before I turn it off, put my hands on the dash and go, "Oh, wow!" And then I shut it down and bring the keys in. My customer's going to be very pleased with me.
Yeah,
This is great.
As you get out of the car in this small parking lot for your shop, I think anyone's been to like kind of a mechanic. Usually the building is just by itself, single story.
Mm-hmm.
The office is usually towards the front, right near the parking lot, and you see all the bay doors open as people are working. Again, it's a warm day, nice air going. You have those big factory fans sitting there, and that low going on and getting air through there.
So my station, like the exit entrance point of my specific station, is going to have one of those misters that are typically in warmer places, warmer attractions.
Yeah.
It's like motion activated mister.
The good part is it makes the Demon Tech Turkey model hover car glisten in the sun.
That's perfect.
As all the water beads on the freshly coated wax, which probably for any car aficionado, I don't think that's a good thing. But in this situation, it is. As you go towards the main office to drop off the keys per what you all do, you see the shop boss in there. His name's Kott. Kott. He is a heavy-set, big cat guy. So he's a feline beast folk who I haven't decided what fur color he has, so you can decide if you'd like. But he's wearing a tight, white, short-sleeve, button-up shirt, like what most mechanics wear when they've let themselves go, but they want to feel like that they're still a size medium. But he's standing there, going through the computer, updating things. He's logging as you come in. He's already starting to log that you're done with the car and about to make a call, or you see that as you're walking in. But before you can get to him, Johnny comes in through the bay door, and he has a towel in his hand that he's wringing, and you can tell there's a serious look on Johnny's face. He's usually a pretty happy-go-lucky guy, but you make out that as you walk in, you can hear Johnny be like, "Yeah, I mean, if I could just have an advance on next month's paycheck, that'd be real nice. I have this thing I gotta do, and man, I'm just 500 zebs or 500 is what it would be in our money.
Yeah.
50,000 zebs short of what I need for this thing I gotta do. I got it last month. I thought it wouldn't be bad. It's almost a new month. Maybe could I, get an advance?" And that's where your boss is. Well, I mean, I'll have to look at the books. I don't know. Like you said, you did it last month. I haven't had a lot of customers coming in this month. Today's an exception, but like, if I can swing it. Otherwise, sorry, Johnny. And as Johnny sees you open the door and be able to hear him within that 60-foot range, he stops talking. He's like, "Well, anything will help. I got some of it, but it would just, even 10,000 would be helpful." As he goes and back to the pit. And Kot just, nice work on the Demon Tech car there, Dart. You got the keys?
Yeah, I give him the keys. So I'm imagining Kot as you said a cat person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give him a Black Panther coat. Yep, I have the keys right here. And although I know this belongs to the customer, it's gonna be hard to hand over. And I hand him over right away with a smile.
Ain't that right? That's a one beauty of a car. I'm sure our customer's gonna be happy with the job you did. Realigning, what was it that needed to be done again? I need to put the notes in here.
The fusion cell had unparalleled hem wafts.
Unparalleled. I'm glad you keep notes of this stuff, because that's why I just own the shop. Any case.
I wanted to talk to you about that, Kot.
What questions you got? He's just typing away. Clickety, clackety, clickety, clackety.
I love working on the vehicles. My favorite thing, but I'm ready for a new challenge.
Yeah, and what kind of challenge is that?
I want to run a business.
Oh, you want to run a business, do you? As he
If you could show me the ropes on the inner workings of this shop, I would appreciate it.
he wipes his hands on his belly as you're talking.
And I'm gonna fall to my knees and literally begging.
He's gonna have a very shocked face. He's like, no, like please stand up, Dart. Like, first thing you gotta know about running a business, you need capital. Capital is the main thing you need. Everything else you can buy. You want employees, you buy them. You want merchandise, you gotta buy it. So if you can come to me with 10 million zebs, I can help you out.
Whoa, that's a goal I will reach for.
Ha! Explosion behind you. Now get back to work. We got another car coming in for you.
Oh yeah, yes sir. I can't wait to see what this one is.
As you and to head back, Johnny is going to he'll get your attention because you're bay buddies and you work next to each other. You also both attend the same martial arts studio, the Yukon Shell School of Martial Arts. And that's actually what Johnny's probably going to tell you about later, or as you come back. He's like, hey, Dart, are you going to class tonight? I can walk with you to class.
I'm definitely going to class tonight.
All right. And then he does the high five for you, and you both clasp hands.
Yeah, and not that I want to spend my dice on this, but can I check to see if it gets that perfect popping sound of dapping somebody up?
Do it, yeah. So
6-7, man.
Yeah, so I would say you could either do a charisma or attack based one with all your action dice. If you had a performance skill, you could add performance, but I don't believe you do. And yeah, we're shooting for a 4 or higher.
All right, I'm gonna do all my charisma. All right, yeah, I did charisma and combat pools. I got 1, 3, 3, 2, 1.
It's okay. Johnny definitely beats you a little bit, and he sinks it in, and you can feel that he's actually a little bit stronger than you. He's been doing martial arts for a little while, and in this one high five handshake dap up, you notice that there is a slight difference in both of your abilities. You've been working out for a while, and you you're, the equivalent of like a really good high school athlete, maybe college level athlete in your spare time of working out, doing everything. But he's just like a little bit more. And this is the one time that you feel it.
Well, I'm going to have an inner monologue while the camera goes back and forth between my face, Johnny's face, and then just the hands still clasping, because we need visuals.
Yeah.
Whoa! Johnny's strength is improving. I don't know if I can keep up with him. As long as I practice on my technique, I think I'll be okay even without his strength. I think enough for now. I could go on. But
Yeah, Johnny's going to also have a slight internal monologue. Like, Dart's progressing really well. One day maybe he'll be a yellow belt too.
I hope the belt colors have a different meaning in this world.
Maybe. Maybe not. He might be ready for his next belt level up. You are on the bus approaching your stop. You've pulled the little bell for the stop. And in Kabuto Town or K-Town or KT, however you want to call it. At this point of my notes, I have decided to just start calling it K-Town because it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Here, much like I'll just say here, the main streets that people travel by vehicle on are kind of wide, like 4, if not bigger, city streets that are typically always bustling or busy or have some kind of transportation going on. Buses, motorcycles, so on. And the main streets that people walk down are well taken care of, basically like pedestrian streets, almost like alleyways, but leveled up. So if anyone's ever been to Japan, they know exactly what I'm talking about.
I wish.
Yeah. So as you get off the bus, it's just a quick turn down one of these like streets, pedestrian streets, and you can actually see Slugmart not too far away within your line of sight. But as you step off the bus and you start trying to cross a street, you hear the revving engine of a motorcycle coming down the main street, and it's actually taking a turn down one of these pedestrian streets that it shouldn't be going down. It's not unheard of.
Yeah.
Again, these pedestrian streets, usually it's small, like typically have like small trucks for garbage that go down or delivery vehicles that go down and hand carts and so on. So a motorcycle
Not
going
typically a motorcycle.
right, exactly. So I need you to roll a defense roll. And you can use your action dice if you have it. And if you had an ability like, say, acrobatics or athletics, you could roll that as well, or eventually down the road, some other skill. But I know you don't right now, so just defense.
No.
and it's versus a target number 4.
Oh shit, little guy got a 4. Don't do that again.
With a 6, you are able to avoid getting knocked over by this motorcycle. On the motorcycle, you see another beast folk. They're very common. Again, humans here have a wide range. In fact, technically beast folk count as human, but that's for a lore thing down the road. It's this lovely individual, and I'm holding up a picture for my players. But imagine a like pot-bellied pig wearing a leather jacket that has too many ear piercings dangling on its ears as it rides its motorcycle through this pedestrian street, and it just says, "Get out of the way!" And you actually can hear the loud, audible sigh gasp as he passes by, not wearing a helmet, wearing jeans that do not accentuate his legs very well.
Whoa, was that Chipekwe? I read about those in my Mystical Monsters and Creative Creatures, Cryptids, Aliens, and the Unknown by Talkie LLMDE.
I'm gonna need that reference later.
I will.
But as he passes by, you see on the back of his leather jacket, it looks like an apple that's been eaten all the way down to the core, and you see the words in that kind of gothic motorcycle font that they all have for some reason. Rotten core. And then gang is implied, but rotten core along the top. And within the inside of this apple core that's been eaten out, you see like a screaming skull, kind of within the core. And you know that this individual is part of the Rotten Cord gang. You can roll any a charisma check or wisdom for any additional information, but you just know that they're generally bad guys.
Whatchamacallit, Marvin sees this and he does what any good anime, I believe that we're called a deuteragonist is what we're called. What any good deuteragonist would do. He goes, "Oh, rotten core, man. That's wild. I get to work. I don't got time for this."
As you keep walking, you do see that he pulls next to other motorcycles outside of a date parlor called Exotic Kisses.
Oh,
That just has lips. It's Exotic Kisses in a circle with bright neon lips on the outside. All the windows are blacked out.
as I'm looking at that, there's an inner monologue from Marvin, who sounds very different in his own head. He's just, "Oh, it's very weird that the locals here are so obsessed with kissing. They say that us Nolians are always probing humans, but really they're the sexual deviants. It's just much easier to get to the internal organs through the ass."
You pay it no mind, which is good. You don't want to deal with these guys right now. You're not in a state to deal with them. As you walk these are like short blocks. You've kind of entered this nice pedestrian walking zone. The city streets are far between, and everything else is pretty pedestrian or bike friendly. But you approach your work, which is a single story convenience store, or kobini. I'm gonna steal that from Japan because it's nice. And but on top you see a larger than life. It's like an 8-foot long metal and fiberglass slug that sits on top of your convenience store in the shop's colors of green for the body and like these purple pink lines down the belly, with its 2 antennae that kind of light up and strobe on and off for each other. And and outside you can see an older woman. I'll share it some other time. I drew her actually. An older woman standing outside who's waiting to get in, and a piece of paper slapped on the front door of your convenience store that just says "back in 15 minutes." Slacks is the signature on it.
Oh man, Slacks really needs to get better with his time management. It's not cool to leave customers out here.
What's do I know this customer?
So this customer is a regular. She actually lives a block away. She's familiar to you. She has the white poodling hair of an elderly lady. She has the hunched over back from years of working and taking care of her grandson. You happen to know that she comes to your store specifically because you have the best milk, if she can find it. This is Granny Gyu, affectionately called. You actually don't know her name, but you can call me Granny Gyu. And as you approach, she's like, "Sonny, can you open up? I need to get back to my grandson and give him his milk for the day. I've been out here for nearly half an hour."
Half an hour? But it says he'll be back in 15 minutes.
It's quite
Granny Gyu, you gotta start putting your foot down, man. Lady? Hey?
As you look at her,
Gran?
you've seen it before, but she has these. They look like goggles, but they're actually her like robotic eyes that stare at you.
Yeah.
And they don't offer too much emotion, so it's hard to tell whether she's perturbed or just dead-eyed staring at you.
Yeah.
Please, I need my milk for my grandson.
All right, Granny, I gotcha. Don't worry.
You're such a wonderful boy.
Okay, so I walk up and I fiddle around in my pocket, my jacket pocket here, and I mean, just tarot cards are falling out all over the place, and I'm picking each one up as they fall out. So it's taking even longer to get the key. I finally get the key out.
Them where they land?
Yeah. It's like so for the first one that falls is the tower, and he's not good at interpreting. He makes it up. Because Marvin feels that it's more genuine that way. He's like,
"Oh man, the tower. Granny, you gotta invest in some real estate." "Oh man, an upside down Knight of Cups. We really gotta get you this milk. You're about to go to war."
And like he's just going through it like that as he's looking for his keys. One more comes out and it's an upside down temperance, and he goes, "Granny, are you being a little impatient with me right now? You gotta cool those horses, Granny. It's gonna be all right. You're gonna get your milk, I promise."
Oh, yes.
And then he finally gets the key.
I'm going to forever say, "Cool your horses."
he gets the key out, and he starts getting like in like traditional anime from the 90s fashion. He starts getting closer and closer and closer to the lock. The key's getting there, and right before he's about to get in there, he turns and goes, "You know what, Granny? Last night we ran out of milk. I hope Slack restocked it." And then he quickly like turns the tumbler and gets the door open.
She brushes past you, and you can actually feel like the cold touch of her metallic hand. She has one metallic hand as she kind of pushes you to the side and scurries towards the back. Her shoes click on your tiled ground with this heavy metallic weight to them. Inside, your floating helper bots that have been modified with little antennae are restocking the shelves of what you currently have in. However, they can't open up any of the boxes that have been in your most recent shipment because you haven't cleared it by scanning it into your inventory system. So they wait and kind of attempt to wait for your restock.
I walk in and give him a wave. I don't go over to start scanning them in. I go behind the register and I just sit down.
Yeah, you know that as you look around and you're just kind of like, yeah, taking in work, you know that you have... This convenience store is a little different than other US-based convenience stores. You have a little bit of everything here. You have your like toiletry section that actually has toilet paper, paper towels, shampoo, conditioners, and so on. Basic stationery for school supplies. You always have kids coming in. If you worked the morning shift, they need their notebooks, pencils, and papers for school. Some simple clothing, you know, in case your shirts get dirty. You actually have some like plain white business t-shirts, blouses, and even underwear, along with your various snack and pastry food options, plenty of ramen and pre-packaged pastries.
I'm gonna need some more details on this underwear.
It comes in black, white, and one package that is all black. You're not allowed to see in it, and those are not boxers.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
You frequently have to like keep an eye out for some customers and be like, hey, put those back.
Hey, Granny, you stay away from that black package over there, little freak.
You see her and she's in the back, and there is some milk that's been restocked, but she's like examining it, looking at the expiration dates, and then like she's not opening it, but she's smelling it like, oh no, not that one. And she's like halfway crawling into your fridge to get the milk that's in the very back.
Hey, Granny.
You see her
Granny.
her little metal feet dangle outside. Oh, what, Sonny?
You ever heard of the Kating Vyor?
Is that something that Emperor Kappa said?
Ah, no, I read about it in this new book by Talkie. You know, the app that people got going on their TVs?
I don't watch much TV, but maybe my grandson would love it.
Well, it's a you know what, you're not gonna get it. It's okay, Granny, but just know you gotta watch out for the Kating Vor. Those goats are crazy.
Okay. Back in my day, the only thing we had to worry about was the robots. And now they're so nice. As she pulls out 2 large jugs of milk and pats one of the helper robots on the head.
You know, Granny Goo Goo, can I ask you maybe an insensitive question?
Oh, what, Sonny?
If you're so worried about the robots, why you got so much robot in you?
Well, if you want to know more, you can always come over to my house and meet my grandson. He needs more friends, and I can make you a fine milk dinner.
He does the same like forehead crease thing from earlier where his eyes stay wide open but his forehead creases down like he's squinting, you know?
You know, you got batteries?
Well, I have some in my smoke detector.
Think about it, Granny. I'll think about it. Anyway, you gonna buy that milk or what?
Yeah, she's going to finally find one milk, and she's re-put all the other ones back in the wrong order. She finds the one she really wants. She grabs a pack of batteries, and she brings them up to the counter for you to ring her up, and she'll be on her way.
I'm giving you the employee discount here. Don't tell anyone, Granny. I only give this to my favorite customers.
Oh, I didn't know you're such a charmer.
I try my best.
And he doesn't wink, but again, half of his forehead just kind of like depresses a bit and then back up.
If you were 50 years older, maybe. As she walks out of the store and goes, bye-bye.
He starts sweating a little bit.
Is she on to me? Do you know how old I am?
You know how
I think I'm
old
gonna
she
have to
is.
kill her.
I would love to
he
see
pulls
that.
out his mystical monsters and creative creatures book and starts reading through it.
Oh, a Kalinoro. That's interesting.
For this next section, your work largely goes uneventful. Regular customers that you see come in and out. Your neighbor actually comes by, gets that grilled turkey sandwich that you have. He still has his cat on his shoulder. He buys up all the spare phones that you have in the store, so you're chronically out of stock. For some reason, he loves those.
I overcharge him for every single phone.
He doesn't pay enough attention as he eats his sandwich.
That feeling.
Yeah.
Mr. Han.
Bon Hananan. Yeah, banana.
Hananan. Mr. Hananan.
Yeah. Which, time passes. You have to refill, the sluggy machine, which is the iced beverage machine once or twice, redo the coffees, so on. It's pretty slow. You're reading your Mystic and magazine. In fact, there's a new one in stock. You specifically got this store to order the magazine for you, so you don't have to buy it.
Exactly.
So you could read it at work, free of charge.
It's building that capital.
It saves money. It's getting later. It's end of the workday. You might have some other friends come visit you soon that are working a mechanic's garage or something. But they always come in after their martial arts class, but we're not there yet. Instead, who happens to show up is you hear the same rumbling of motorcycles park in front of your store. That same pig folk, beast folk individual comes in with two others. One is a purple-skinned, horned guy in the same kind of matching leather jacket. He has green hair. So he's got purple hair, spiked ears. He has a handlebar mustache that connects to his mutton chops. But he carries with him about a 1.5 foot long bladed sword. So the sword's about 2 feet long, but the blade itself's 1.5 foot. For all of us regular folks who don't live in this fantasy world, it's called a wakizashi. It's a Japanese-style sword. But he carries that with him everywhere. The rules for carrying weapons in this town is usually that they just have to be seen. Open carry rule, so he gets away with it.
Whoa, guys!
There's one.
I'm all cool. Cool, but make sure it's open. I gotta be able to see.
Yeah, there's one final guy. He's taller than the other two. Standard human. He's got long, lanky arms. He has a pompadour style hair, and he comes up to the counter. He's like, "Hey there. So, what's it like running this establishment here? My buddies and I, we're thinking about, potentially going into business and something like this." As he's
it's
blocking
it's
your
pretty
view of
nice.
them.
It's pretty nice. You want to get your tarot read?
Oh yeah, I believe in the mystic and the occult and all things in between. The Mists of Avalon is a book I love to read. So tell me about these cards that you have. While his two friends, the one with the sword is walking the aisles, and the pig guy is also walking the aisles currently.
Do I clock, meta-wise, I'm clocking what's happening, but let's see, my wisdom's a 1 and my smarts is a 1, but my social is a 3. Am I evening out here to clock what's happening or no?
So this is where we can do a seek roll, which seek sadly is a wisdom roll, but you can add your action dice, and if you happen to be skilled in seeking, again the skills, you could add those, but I don't think that you are right now.
No.
So yeah,
disguise is what I'm skilled in.
Yes. So as far as clocking, seeing what those guys are doing, definitely do a seek roll to play on the hide and seek aspect of what's
so my
going on.
wisdom, since it's a 1, that'll just be 1 dice.
Your wisdom pool, yes. Yeah, so you might want to use all your action dice if you want to see what they're doing.
Yeah. Let's see before I pull this guy's cards. Because it's gonna say how aloof I am here.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that, I got 2 4s and 2
Oh.
1s.
And there's 2 guys. That's perfect. You can
so-
tell that as they're going down the aisle, they're like grabbing bags of
And 2
chips
3s.
and they're putting them in. Oh, so it's like 7s. Yeah, you're definitely seeing
Yeah.
that they're putting chips and other things into their bag or into their leather jackets as they
The-
attempt to rob you.
He pulls the first one out and he goes, "Ah,
High Priestess, man. Hey, I'm gonna read you your cards. We're gonna be real cool here. You mind telling your guys, I don't know, do a finger thing or something that I'll give them a discount, but I can't just let them rob here. Just giving you a heads up. So you got the Priestess, and that means you're gonna meet a real hot chick sometime. She's gonna be real religious, though.
And he starts grabbing the next card and pulling it out.
Oh, how ironic.
Yeah. As you
This
do
one's a
this,
7 of coins.
the riches. As you do this, you don't have any skills yet for this, but I'd like you to roll a magic roll. And if you have anything else that you might be able to add to that, whether it's a skill, I don't think you.
I have a 3 in magic. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so you could roll a 3. We'll say that it's been a minute, so you could roll your action dice if you'd like as well. I want to see if you like kind of unknowingly do like a charm or like magical
Yeah.
persuasion.
I'll take it. So we're gonna roll 6 dice here for the 3 from my magic and 3 from my action. So that is 2 3s, 2 1s, and a 2.
Not great, but you feel like you're close to tapping into something, but you're not quite there as you do that. And he's like, "Hey, my guy, you're the last guy who used to work here, knew what we were doing. You either can be real cool."
Man, look. 7 of the coins. That means you guys are gonna fall into some riches here soon. I'm gonna tell you right now, this register, empty.
And he pulls out his next card.
Oh, the lovers. What are you doing after this, man?
You can see on his bike he's got some interesting looking folks sitting on his bikes waiting. It's hard to tell with how much fur they have, what specific gender they are, but they look really well made up and ready for a party. He's just gonna
Wait for him to respond.
Yeah, he's going to lead and be like, "Hey guy, I'll give you 100 zebs right now, and that'll cover the beers. But me and my guys, we're gonna be leaving. We don't want anything from the register, but we're gonna be taking a couple drinks with us. Road beers."
He kind of freezes up for a second.
Yeah, why the fuck not? I'll take it.
Yeah, I like you. You're smart. You're a smart guy. And he like pats the side of your face.
He he just kind of looks at him.
What do you mean by that, man?
Yeah, my guy. And he's like, and he whistles with his like 2 fingers. "Boys," and whistle. "All right, let's go." They leave. They carry in each of their hands.
As they walk out, he pulls another card.
Oh, the hanged man. I think he's gonna get in an accident tonight.
Something's gonna happen. that will end your scene before the next thing happens. At this point, this is where we return. So Dart and Johnny are walking on their way to their Yukon's Shell School of Martial Arts. Yukon, you know him. He is a very tall human. He's considered a mutant human. It's not derogatory being a mutant. It's a different type of human where they're on average like 8 feet tall. Very muscular and big, great at lifting things, usually very nice, but also don't make them angry. They're not dumb, but they just don't make him angry. But he's your teacher, Yukon, and it's his school. So you're walking with Johnny. Is there anything that you like to talk about with Johnny about work?
Hey, Johnny!
Yeah?
I heard you asking Cot for some extra cash. What's going on, buddy?
Yeah, I need a lot of extra cash, and I'm doing this fight thing later, and the admittance is 50,000 zebs, and I'm just short a little bit of money. I don't want to be that guy, but if you have anything to spare, it'd be great.
Johnny, I'd help you if I could, but God told me I need to build capital, and I want to take his advice.
I don't know what that is. Well, I mean, I don't know what capital is, but if it's money, then yeah, I get it. I'm trying to build some capital myself to invest right? Is that the right word? And myself. But
That sounded good to me, Johnny.
oh, you know what, Dart? I you're one of my bestest buds. And as he says that, you hear the rumbling of motorcycles now approaching. It is that same group of hooligans, Cosmic, Chop, and Wakizashi, which Johnny will say each of their names for narrative purposes. And he's like, darn, I thought I wouldn't be seeing Cosmic anytime sooner. I don't like that Chop guy very much. He's pretty nosy. And Wakizashi doesn't say much, as he just kind of like is speaking out his internal thoughts into the world as they
As you
approach.
do.
Yeah,
As you should.
as you should. Yeah. And they pull up their furry feline friends on the back of their motorcycles who are purring, ready for a good time, are laughing and talking to each other as Cosmic, again, this lanky human, he's about 6'1", 6'2". His pompadour might make him a little taller than he actually is. Walks over and he's carrying a wooden, if anyone knows this reference, he's carrying a wooden sword. Carrying it and it's like propped on his shoulder and he's just like, hey, Johnny, you got that entry fee? Because, you know, if you want to fight tonight, you got to pay us up front now because we're about to be a little busy. And if you don't got it, you ain't playing. He's just like, let me. And Johnny's rustling through his gym bag, ready for martial arts, and you see he's pulling out wads of cash and stuff. And it's like, one, and he's counting. He's like, I'm just 500 short, 500 short. And he like kind of looks at you, Dart, like it's like $5. Our money.
What exactly is this tournament?
So, are you looking to fight two little frog guy? Because this guy, he stands like almost a foot and a half, 2 feet taller than you. He's like, if you're looking to fight, you got to prove yourself first. But yeah, it's a little fighting thing that we do. You enter in 50 grand, and winner takes all. Loser gets nothing.
Whoa, I could make money with martial arts?
That's the plan. I like you. You're a smart little hopper.
Wouldn't it be foolish of me to enter a competition if I don't know the other combatants?
Higher risk, better reward. What do I gotta say? As Chop over in the back is like, yeah, like you could fight.
Whoa, Chop is so smart.
That's what they call me. Smart Chop.
He didn't even see my white belt, and that one look he knew I wasn't ready.
On the white belt.
Johnny's like, man, Dart, I like you, but it's pretty dangerous. Like, we don't pull our punches like we do in our martial art class. You know, we play for keeps until someone's knocked out. I don't know. Like,
Is this a 1v1 situation, or just kind of everybody goes?
Cosmic hops in. I like that. I like your spunk, little guy. Yeah, we should maybe do a all v all. That'd be great. But no, it's a 1v1, multiple rounds. Last person standing gets it all. We got multiple combatants. I hear the terror from down under's coming out tonight, Johnny. I don't know how you're gonna do. And he's like,
A proper tournament where the winner takes all. It'd be foolish of me to join, but I'd love to watch.
yeah, you know, we got tickets. It's just oh, look at that. It's 5,000 per entry, just to watch. I'll give you a ticket. Hey, Wakizashi, come over here. You got the tickets, right? And he's yeah, and he has a quizzical look, like, tickets? And Cosmic's like, yeah. This guy wants a ticket. 5 grand for it. So give him a ticket. And he's like patting his stuff, and then he like pulls out an old receipt and writes you 1 entry. Code word,
Yeah.
Let me in, bitch. Wakizashi, and hands it to you.
I will open my gym bag. The white belt, it'll like flap over the zipper, exposing my martial arts level. Anyways, I will pull out the money for my admit 1, and I'll hand it over in exchange for the ticket. Whoa, an official ticket! I can't wait! Johnny,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be the same to watch all these strangers fight. I will lend you the money.
Oh, thanks, Dart. Again, if I win, I'll pay you back, and then
If you win, I don't want you to pay me back.
You're such a good friend, Dart.
And if you lose, I want you to pay me back.
Okay, that's a promise. And he
So I'm gonna give him
hugs
the
you.
cash. Yeah, I'll hug him back, full on.
Yeah. As everyone else
So-
awkwardly stands behind you, and it's like in anime when like the little squiggly lines go up on their head, just like,
Yeah.
this got awkward.
So I think after all the money goes from hands to hands, because I'm giving it to Johnny. I'm not gonna cut
Yeah.
the middleman out.
Yeah.
Give it the money to Johnny. And I'm just gonna be holding my admit one, staring at the code phrase to get in. And like I'm gonna like break all eye contact. Like I'm still standing in the group, but I'm not really there because I'm just admiring that I
Yeah.
get to watch.
As Johnny hands over the money to Cosmic, he will just remind Johnny like, yeah, Johnny, remember, don't be late and do like I told you. Try to win, but don't try too hard. As he gets back on his motorcycle and rides off, and Johnny kind of like has that moment. Go ahead and roll me a wisdom roll, and you can add, like I said, your action dice. It's been a while, to see if you can kind of see how he's feeling, or if you want to rule it as like a social situation, you could roll charisma.
I roll charisma in one action. I got
Yeah.
3-3-2.
Something's up, but you're not quite sure what Cosmic meant by that last bit.
To myself, I wonder why somebody wouldn't want to try too hard. And at the same time, I wonder when I'm going to find bitch who's going to let me in. What an odd name.
I'm real excited for this pun to make itself full circle. I can feel it.
Now I just need to like set up a scenario where you're asking people like, "Where's bitch at?"
Yeah, could you lead me to bitch? I need to find them and tell them let me in.
Oh, I think they're over that way.
Excuse me, bitch. Bitch, is that you?
So
Okay, I don't know what this means to you, but I envision I want to watch all the fights, but I spend the whole time trying to get in. But my character's hopes and dream is to see Johnny's fight.
okay, well, we're not quite there yet. We still have your martial arts class to go to.
Yeah.
You definitely can get to the class. This is like the ground floor of a apartment complex. So there's apartments on top, but the ground floor is businesses. This martial art dojo has a big turtle shell on the outside and says Yukon Shell School of Martial Arts. There's only one like tatami mat room there, and Yukon again is this 8-foot tall guy. He had to specially find this gym with its 12-foot tall ceilings because he's a big guy. When he jumps up and down, he doesn't want to hit his head on other stuff. But he's shirtless. I actually drew him. He never wears a shirt, by the way, even when he's teaching his martial arts classes. Master Yukon there, he's a pretty well-known fighter, but he trains you all in martial arts. And for this, he has a deep voice and just, all right, everyone, class has begun. And he starts leading you through different martial art things. For this, we're going to do kind of what we do for training rules when you're training for a set period of time. This introduces dice burn. So some attacks and abilities event, if dice burn is added in, that means you don't have access to that dice until you take a certain amount of time of rest afterward.
Right. So
for this, I need you to roll your combat dice and any action dice. However, every attempt you burn one dice, and whatever pool you use it from is dice that are available to be burned. So if you just roll action dice, you burn one action. If you roll combat and action, you can burn one from either of them. It doesn't matter. It's just basically whatever dice you use, you're going to burn one, and you don't have access again to it till you take a rest.
boom. So if you use the pool, you burn one.
Yeah, and then if
I'm gonna
you
use
roll really bad, something might happen.
Okay. Well, I'm going to use all of my combat and all of my action,
Okay.
and I believe I'll burn one combat after that.
Yeah. You can choose which one, but yeah, would burn
I'll burn combat. Action sounds more
utilitarian. Yeah.
3-3, 3-3, 2-5.
Okay.
Wow.
That 5 saved your butt. The target number's 4. He's in game mechanics terms, your teacher is a tier 1 fighter. So he can't really teach outside or above his tier of fighting skill too much, which means that your training over the next hour or so goes successfully. You burn the 1 combat dice. You don't get any injuries while training. If you failed completely, you would suffer a minor injury, a non-lethal light amount of damage. Again, and healing takes a little... In this game, healing takes a lot longer than Dungeons and Dragons, so try not to get hurt. A short rest is a day, like sleeping overnight. A long rest is a week.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Good. I like that rule a lot.
So, and that's to kind of implement the training and so on. Like, it takes time for your body to heal. You can't just keep hopping back into combat unless you find a magic bean somewhere. You can tell that Johnny is taking it kind of easy. You know that he has that fight coming up, so he's trying not to injure himself. And your martial arts instructor, Yukon, as well. Johnny, he kind of pulls him aside, like, Johnny, at the end, I noticed you weren't trying as hard. You weren't giving it your all, and I'm kind of worried about you. You've been late on your dues recently, and just making sure everything's going okay. And you can hear Johnny talking like, yeah, you know, I just tight on funds recently, trying to save up, trying to make something better of myself. And he's dancing around that he's going to do this fighting tournament that you're aware of. And it seems like your martial arts instructor really does care for Johnny. And well, you know, you can always come to me for anything. And don't, you know, you're only a couple months behind on your dues. Don't worry. Like, if you don't have it, it's fine. I'd rather have you in class than not here.
Yukon Sensei?
Yes.
I have a strange request.
Yes, Dart?
Under your guidance, could Johnny and I spar 1v1?
I mean, yeah. Do you probably not tonight? It's getting late, but if you want to come in early next session, we can definitely spar 1v1 or have you two spar, and I can make sure everything goes well.
Johnny, how's that sound to you, buddy?
That sounds great. I always love, you know, you've been really progressing really fast, and I think that I didn't want to tell. So Sensei Yukon, I think Dart's close to getting his yellow belt. Wow,
I can feel it in my waistline.
I bet there's going to be a written exam and then a physical exam to test your skills. But if you can beat Johnny, I think you're well qualified for a yellow belt. Well, I'll have everything ready for you, Dart, next time you show up.
That's fine if he has the last words.
Yeah, I think at that point, yeah, you can definitely like go about your way. Johnny says he'll meet you at the venue. He kind of gives you a generic alleyway to underground entrance. Knock 3 times at this place location. I'm not gonna be too specific with it because like it doesn't actually matter. It's a seedy part of town. Yeah.
Good exposition.
He's like, yeah, just make sure that when you go past the gambling hall, you take a left. Don't take a right. I mean, unless you want to. But, you know, everyone loves kisses now and then. But, yeah, no, take a left. But he's going to go home, change, get ready. He's not going to wear his school's uniform because obviously he's not really proud of what he's about to do, but he's
going sleeveless.
Yeah, he's going sleeveless. Definitely. Next time on Universe Zero, will Johnny win his tournament? Will Dart see his friend fight? What's going to happen to Marvin at the convenience store? And is anything nefarious going to happen to those gangsters who keep giving everyone trouble?
Where are you? Which one of you is bitch?
I think he's that way, and points to the biggest guy in the room.